All right. Episode 3. Here we are. Benny's call-in show, because it's going to be a great call-in show. We're going to have people coming in, but mainly we're going to talk about situationships because I've been hearing too much about them. I've been hearing too much about situationships. How to control them, how to not, how to communicate, how to do this, how to do that. Everybody got something different, don't they? All messed up. The game messed up and you messed it up. The game is messed up and you messed it up. Guys, I'm on YouTube over here, by the way. All right, guys, you already know the deal. If you would like to call into the stream, before I get started on topic, if you would like to call into the stream, I have, good evening, Patricia. If you'd like to call into the stream, I got the StreamYard link in my description on YouTube. And I think I even pinned it in the chat. Can you guys hear me clearly? What's going on, Nicole? How you doing, girl? It's going to be a great night. It's going to be a great night. Now, I'm going to start this one off before we take any calls, because you never know how the calls are going to go. Yes, we can talk about anything on the calls. Of course we can. But I want to talk about situationships. I want to talk about how important communication is, because you don't understand. You just don't understand the level and the amount of questions that I get concerning, what's he doing this? How long should we stay in a situationship? How long should this go on for? Mother effer. I mean, we talk about this all the time. Are you willing to communicate? I prefer you guys to be here, not on TikTok. We're on YouTube right now. So shout out to Nicole. Did you see the proposal from the Empire State? Oh, yeah, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did see it. Situationships, they don't have to be situationships. Situationships are situationships because there's lack of communication. End of story right there. That's a situationship. Lack of communication. And when you lack the ability to communicate and you lack understanding about somebody else's perspective or the phase they're in, you tend to get in these things. And then they roll out 6, 8, 10 months, and here we are. You don't need to be in those. I mean, that's your choice. That's your prerogative, but it doesn't need to happen now, does it? So situationships are a choice. Situationships are a choice. And until you make the decision to not be in one, you're just going to float around here like a mother effing butterfly, get pinned down to the ground. Can you hear me clearly? Good. Is my mic working enough for y'all? Guys, I told you guys, the link is in there. The link is in StreamYard. It's in my bio. So if you guys want to call in, by the way, anybody here on TikTok, if you want to call into the stream, I'm on YouTube Live, Benny TV. Benny TV on YouTube Live. You always can call in there. We're gonna do it. Amanda, I see you. Amanda, but it says your device is not connected. Amanda, it says, oh, now it's connected. Now it's connected. Hold on. Let me see if we can get you in, Amanda. Hold on. Before we go on to topics, let's see if we can get Amanda in. Hello.
Hello.
Amanda.
Hi.
How you doing, girl?
I'm doing okay. I've never called in.
You've never called into my show or any show?
Really, to any show, actually.
Oh, beautiful. Well, this is the first time for everything. Yeah, we're here to make it happen.
Your show or any show.
Yeah. Oh, we're here to make it happen.
Oh, I don't know why there's like a feedback going on, though. It's playing it twice.
It's what? It's what?
The audio is messed up. I don't know what's going on.
Maybe that's weird. What about it is messed up? I don't hear anything.
Oh, I was hearing you twice.
Are you now?
Yeah, it's still doing that.
That's weird. Okay, because I don't hear it right now. I don't know why I would do that. I'm not hearing it, but okay, go ahead. I don't know, but go ahead. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from New Orleans.
New Orleans. And how old are you?
I am 35.
Okay, what you got for us?
So I have been seeing a guy for about 2 months. I don't want to get into crazy backstory, but we've known each other for a while and we've been friends. And And I kinda had a sense that, maybe he had some feelings. I definitely kinda caught feelings, and this was about 6 months ago. I followed your advice, and I had a conversation because I know you gotta just get to the point, you gotta have honesty or whatever, and you gotta have those conversations. And at the time he told me, he was like, um, "Oh, I think we're better as friends," or whatever, and he kind of was a little vague with me, like, didn't really wasn't really owning up to having feelings or not feelings, and he had other stuff going on, I had other stuff going on. But anyways, so then I was like, "Okay," and I bounced. I was like, because he was taking up a lot of my time and a lot of my energy, and yeah, like you always say, you gotta have those adult conversations and you gotta be real, and, like, once he said what he had to say, I bounced because I was like, "Okay, he's not being 100% forthright," 'cause we were definitely hanging out, like, doing coupley type things, like going grocery shopping together, going for walks in the park, just wanting to he wanted to spend a lot of time with me, but I was like, "This is starting to feel a little bit like datey," but he hadn't really asked me out on a date. So anyways, fast forward to this past April, he had, because I kinda just was distant with him, I just really just was he was trying to stay friends, but I just kinda put it on pause. I was just like, I would be nice, but I didn't play into it at all, and so in April, he had a conversation with me, and he basically was like, "Look, I thought about it, and I miss you, I miss talking to you," and that he did have feelings for me and all of this kinda stuff, and that yeah, that he enjoys my company and that he did wanna date me. So, then we went out on some dates, and we've now been dating for 2 months, so woohoo, the Benny Hart, advice did work because he did come back around,
Oops.
and I've been dating for 2 months, so
Oops. So he came back around.
he did, and so anyways, now that we've been dating for 2 months, I'm not sure if I brought it up too early, but we have great chemistry, and again, we've been friends for several years and everything. So I had the kind of like, "What are we talk?" or whatever, like, "What are we doing?" And it did not go the way I thought it was gonna go because things had been going really good, and essentially, where we're at currently, this all actually just happened, like, in the last couple days, but, um, like, he basically was that he really likes me. I mean, he's consistent, we've seen each other several times, he's paid for the sets up very cute, thoughtful dates, very, all those things are great. I have no question about his interest. I have no question about whether
Okay.
he likes me. He definitely enjoys my company, but he basically
Okay.
was like, "I'm 40, and so I am really dating seriously," and basically he wasn't ready to make the decision about taking it to the next level of boyfriend, girlfriend, or, like, labeling it. He did offer up, like, dating exclusively, so I guess my question is, like, how you feel about that, because part of me is like, well, I try to keep up with you and some other, like, dating advice, and
Mhm.
part of me is like, well, if a guy is, like, unsure, like, maybe I should walk or whatever.
Mhm.
But, on the other hand, I do feel that he's being genuine and honest and that he is, yeah, he's like, "I'm thinking about marriage, and there are certain things that he's like, I feel like we need more time to evaluate it before we fully jump into labeling it, being boyfriend, girlfriend." And I don't, and just he's like, "I care about you a lot. We've been friends." And he's like, "And I don't wanna jump into being boyfriend, girlfriend, and then it doesn't work out without us fully, like, making sure that we're ready." And he feels like 2 months is a little early to make that call. Now he's not saying,
Okay.
and I told him, I said, "I don't wanna
Okay.
stay in indefinite limbo. I'm not here
Okay.
for that,
Yep.
and, like, we just need to, like,
Okay.
I
I
don't
got the
wanna do that."
story.
He
I got the
agreed to
story.
that.
I got the
So,
story. I
I
got the
mean,
story,
but
Amanda.
I kinda still don't really love
All right. I
that
got the story,
said
Amanda.
that
I got
he
the story.
wasn't sure, because then that made me
Can,
feel
can you hear me?
like, "Oh, well, if he's not sure at 2 months," I'm like, "Well, I don't know if I should bounce." And so I've
Hello?
been feeling really conflicted about this, where we're at. Not
Wait, can you hear
sure.
me? Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now, yeah.
Okay. So, all right, I got the story. Now, he's 40, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he's 40. And how often do you guys see each other?
How long have you been seeing each other?
No, how often? How often?
Well, okay, it is complicated because I do live in 2 different cities. So I live in New Orleans and I live in Nashville.
Uh, okay, where does he live?
He lives in Nashville. So
Okay,
every
so
time I'm in
how often are you
Nashville
in Nashville? How often are you in Nashville?
sorry, I'm, like, trying to beat this delay thing.
Oh, okay.
It's like probably like every other week, but he always makes time even when he's busy and stuff. So
Okay. Okay. So it's been 2 months, right? Correct? Okay. So why? Hold on. Let me ask you a question. I understand why you're trying to push it forward, but it's been 2 months. Why, why, why cut it off when it's only been 2 months and you know he's that interested in taking it to the next phase? Just 2 months is a little too soon for him.
I mean, yeah. Well, that's why I'm like not sure.
Well,
Like, I don't know. It's not that I want to cut it short, but part of me is like, I think just based on A, the history, and B, like also too, like I don't know, like I don't know. You bring up
well, no, I'm just asking. Right, here's the thing. Let me stop you here. Here's the thing. You said you're not even in Nashville full time.
right.
So why are you cutting it off after 2 months if he's showing you that much interest and he's like, listen, let's just see how it goes. I really like you. I'm willing to be exclusive with you. I really do want this, but jumping in and saying yes, commitment at 2 months, maybe that's yours, but that might not be his standard. Are you okay with waiting another month, month and a half, see how it goes? Yes or no? Amanda?
Yeah, I would be okay with doing that. Like,
What's the hesitation? What's your hesitation?
I think just like I feel ready to go to the next level, and like I guess I feel a little bit like I don't know, like I like the certainty of knowing that we're going to the next place, and I don't want to. Yeah, he's saying all these things about like that he's 40 and he's dating seriously and all of that, but yet at the same time he's saying like I'm not sure if I'm ready to go to the next level. That feels a little contradictory to me.
No, no, no. I don't hear it as contradictory. I don't. Now listen, here's the thing, right? Other people and other women, and maybe some other people you hear are going to tell you, oh, if he don't want after 2 months, cut it off. That's not true. Because you have to understand something, especially a guy at 40. A guy at 40, I'm not saying he should be dragging this out 5, 6 months. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that a guy at 40, when he's trying to make his decision, when he makes a decision, most of the time, men at 40, when they start making decisions on girlfriends, they think to themselves, is this my wife?
That's exactly what he told me
Yeah.
on
So
about
okay.
it.
So how about this? Let's just cap this conversation. Why don't you just let this thing go for the next month, month and a half? And by the way, instead of trying to focus on converting into a relationship, why don't you spend the next month and a half thinking about and experiencing, do I really want him like I think I want him, or do I want the relationship so bad?
That's a good thought. And yeah, I appreciate you kind of putting it into perspective because yeah, I knew that I wasn't sure if it was like too early or to even bring it up, I guess, or if yeah, if I'm thinking about I might be just thinking about it too much.
But you
Maybe
might, yeah, you might be trying to convert the relationship too quickly because you feel good with the level of certainty that a relationship brings you when you're giving your energy to somebody. But let me give you a different frame of reference. Why don't you start to think about, let me have the next month and a half to really experience, not for the relationship itself, but to see if I really see this guy as my boyfriend, as opposed to trying to convert the relationship. And if you do that, and if you just start to enjoy that moment, I'm pretty sure it's going to come.
yeah. Yeah.
Would I
Okay.
lie?
I
I'm telling you right
appreciate
now.
you.
The fact that, let me tell you something, Amanda. The fact that you're actually trying to get it done, like a signed contract within 2 months, I, I know that's not how you're experiencing it. I'm just saying that's kind of, you're trying to push for. If he ain't ready to commit at 2 months, I'm out. Fine, but that's a place of fear. I can see if this was 4 months, he didn't want to commit. I can understand your position. But three, okay, give it a couple months to even get to know each other like that. You're not even in Nashville full time.
Okay. So come back in like 2 months, and if he's still telling me, oh, I need more time, that's
Well,
a
yeah.
different
Well,
story.
yeah, it's a different story. All right.
Okay, that sounds good, Benny. I appreciate
All right,
you.
girl. Shout out to Amanda for calling in. Appreciate you, girl. Shout out to Amanda. Shout out to Amanda. Anna, I see you in the chat. I'm about to get to you next. Anna, you're on next. Anna Maria. But let me tell you something, guys. For everybody that's on TikTok, I'm on YouTube. You're not smart, Benny. Well, you ain't smart. I mean, talent. How about you sit your little silly self down? You can come up over here. I'm on YouTube. You have to go to my YouTube, guys. I just wanted to let you guys know I'm there. Secondly, understand something, guys. It's not about rushing for the commitment. I understand there's levels to it of saying, oh, if he doesn't know by 2 months, no, that ain't it. Because he's also trying to figure out, do I want to commit to this girl being my wife? And it may take him a little bit of time, especially we don't live full time in the same city. Split committee in the same city, man. What the hell are we talking about? God. Golly. All right, Anna, I'm about to bring you up. Guys, if you want to call into the stream, which I see Anna in here, if you want to call into the stream, I pinned the StreamYard link in the chat, and I also pinned it in the comment. In the description of the video. So that's how you get up in here, so we can have a nice little back and forthies. Yeah. All right, let's do it. But on top of that, I want to let you guys know it's okay that he's not going to know right out the gate that he wants to commit to you forever right now. Just give it a second. Give it another month. Give it, listen, 3 months isn't a terrible time frame. Give it at least 3 months, at least. So you guys are trying to rush okay, I need a month in, month and a half, 2 months in. Listen, you need to focus on, do I like this person enough? Have I seen them in different contexts? Have I seen them in different places, different areas? Have I seen them enough? Do I really like him? Or do I really want to push the commitment so I feel more secure with myself right now? Like there's more known to the story. It's okay to have a little bit of unknown. Stem the unknown in a place of your discovery. See, when you frame it in a place of you're stemming the unknown about the scenario, at the exploration of your discovery, things start to change a bit. All right, here we go. Hello.
Hi, Benny.
Hey, Anna, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. What's going on? How you doing? Where are you calling from?
Calling from Jersey.
Oh shit, Jersey.
Yeah.
Jersey in the place. And how old?
I always follow you. I love your TikToks.
I appreciate it.
Okay, so I just have a question.
Hold on. And how old are you, Anna? How old are you?
I'm 45.
Okay, go ahead.
So I started dating this guy about a month ago. He's an attorney, so he's super busy. We connected really well. We went on it was moving fast. We were going out all the time. He was constantly asking to see me. The communication was we were texting and talking frequently. And then the past week and a half, I saw I wouldn't say he was still responsive. The texts were getting he was responding slower, but I got it. I'm he's at work and there was a shift with he's got a lot of stuff going on, but he was always responding, but not really initiating as much. But when I initiated, the last time I saw him, I mentioned something about me being free and not having the kids. And he's like, okay, great, let's do something. He came to come pick me up, took me out to dinner. And then that week, I had an issue with my car. And I knew he was kind of busy. And so he mentioned that he was going to take me, but he didn't bring it up again. So I kind of made other arrangements. And I was like, listen, he was like, what are you doing today? And I'm like, I have to go pick up my car. He's like, oh my God, I forgot. I'm so sorry. I'll take you. And I'm like, I knew you were kind of busy, so I didn't want to bring it up. And he's like, no. So he insisted. So that was really nice. He put the effort in to do that. And he is super busy at work. He has some stuff going on with his daughter. But then Friday night, this past Friday night, he called me on his way home from work. He was with his daughter all week. So I kind of expected I wasn't going to see him.
All right.
So he texted me at night. He was having an issue watching his ex-wife's dog. The dog was going to the bathroom and stuff now. So there was a lot of things going on with him. So I kind of was I don't know. I wasn't sure if there was a lot of stuff going on, if there was less interest or whatever. So that next day on Saturday, I'm let me just kind of feel him out. I'm not going to text him first and see what happens. So we were talking every day and texting up until that point. And then I don't reach out on Saturday and I don't hear from him. So the whole day went about my day. Sunday, I didn't hear anything from him. And then I knew that there was stuff going on with the dog. So I just sent him a text and I'm like, hey, hope everything's okay.
Okay.
And he wrote back like an hour and a half later. And he was like, hey, left my phone in the car. I'm at my daughter's soccer or whatever. So I just didn't write back because I was just kind of like, he left his phone in the car. I don't know. I was just getting this like weird feeling.
All right.
So
You were frustrated.
a little, like, I'm
All right.
kind of like, you know, if like he was being responsive, but I'm like, at the same time, like, you're not really reaching out to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
I'm like, so then Sunday passed. I didn't respond to that text. So Monday passed and I was like, let me just see, like, maybe he's got a busy week. Let's see what's going on. I don't want to keep pushing myself. This guy's got like a lot going on, whatever. So then Tuesday I sent him a text and it was like one of your things that I saw. And it was kind of like, I'm like, hey, I know you got a lot going on. I'm like, I did notice a little shift kind of in, you know, in this. And if this is not, I don't know like how I put it, but it was a short kind of just very direct text. Like, hey, it's all good if like, you know, and he didn't respond. But I do like really like him. And it's funny because I feel like I didn't really like him at first. And then when I started to kind of like, I'm like, okay, I'm starting to like this guy. I'm like, I don't know if I'm overanalyzing it, if the guy had a lot going on. Do I reach out to him again? Or do I feel like I'm kind of feeling like I just leave it at this point?
All right. So I kind of already have my answer, but let me just get this clear. How long you guys been seeing each other?
Close to like a month.
A month. How many times you guys been out?
A lot. I would say like we were seeing each other at least like once or twice a week. So probably like 8 to 10 times.
All right. 8 to 10 times. And he's how old? And you guys both have kids?
Same age. Yeah. I have 3 kids. He has
All
1
right.
daughter.
So let me summarize this. He started to dip down in his communication with you. He started to go a little bit more drier. You reached out and, you know, you had the little thing, you never responded. And then you reached back out at that moment and you said, hey, listen, this is it. And he never got back to you.
Right.
And then you reached back out?
So I just reached out to him. I didn't hear from him. He called me Friday. We were on the phone Thursday night for like 45 minutes. Like I definitely saw like, you know, when he called, we talked. So Saturday I didn't hear from him, but I'm like, I'm not going to initiate. Let's just see what happens.
But hold on a second. But after everything you just described, you reached back out after you sent that text we just talked about, right?
So I'm not sure which text you're referring to. So I sent him a text Sunday and the text was just like, hey, hope everything's okay. Because there was issues with the dog.
Okay.
And he wrote back and he's like, hey, I left my phone in the car at Sam's practice, but didn't write anything. So I didn't respond to that.
Okay. Yes.
And I sent him another text on Tuesday I was kind of like, hey, I noticed there's like a shift. If this is kind of not where you're at, it's all good. No worries. But he didn't respond to that.
Okay. And then you sent another one or no?
No, I didn't send anything.
Okay, good. Yeah. Listen, here's the thing, right? At this particular moment, I know you like him. I know you're interested in him because, you know, you're thinking about him and here we are talking about the dude. But in my opinion, I think you already gave your best shot right there. That was your good faith foot forward. Yeah. And it would be irresponsible for me to say here until you say, nah, reach back out. I mean, no, because the only one that's going to get hurt here is you because you're going to have expectation of him being like, well, maybe another time. No, I think you already put your best foot forward. And I even think that was very generous. And that was a good thing of you to do because at this point in your life, why not?
Yeah.
But after that,
I'm sorry. I kind of feel like, I'm sorry to like cut you off, but I'm the kind of person, like, I do really like this guy, but I was also like, I worded it in a way. So if it was kind of like he wanted an out, it was very easy to kind of just be like, hey, yeah, you know what? This is like my thing is that's hard for me is I can't stand when someone isn't. And that's what he actually liked about me a lot in the beginning because I was super transparent with him in the beginning. Like, he's like, you know, I really like that you're very authentic and genuine and you're really upfront. And I don't like when someone kind of keeps me like, just be like, hey, and it would sting, but I'd get over it. Like,
yeah, I get it. But here's the thing. You did, you know, listen, I think you did all you could do. And I'm being honest about that because if you didn't, I would tell you that I didn't think you did, but I think you did.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything else you can do at this point.
Right.
No. So I know, listen, either way you want, whatever you want to happen from here, it's best that you just kind of remove yourself for the moment of expectation of him getting back to you.
Yeah.
I know that's hard. I know you like him and I know, but it's only been a month And I know it's difficult when you really like somebody, but you already put your best foot forward. I think you need to pull that back now.
Okay.
You have
That's
to.
what I kind of got that feeling too. I was like considering, and that's what I wanted to ask you. Like, do I send a text kind of being like,
no,
you know, not a mean thing, but sort of
no,
like,
no,
you know,
but
just
no, because it's not going to do anything. You know, again, right? Even if you said, hey, you know, should have heard back from you or whatever it may have been, it's not going to get anywhere. And I think you're going to leave more disappointed than you are now. And I think right now you might as well just go out on a high note saying, listen, I did the best I could do. Okay, no problem. That's the only thing you can do right now. Anything else is going to be overstepping, and you're going to overstep for yourself, not for him.
Yeah. I like it's just this situation's super confusing because I feel like he went from like, yes, there was a little bit of shift, but I don't think a guy like he really was like going out of his way and like, I don't know, just really like, I'm like, how do you go from, I don't know, just.
I get it. And listen, you're right. And because it's only been a month, I can understand, you know, I can't understand his position in doing that, but I can understand why you're just starting to get to like somebody and he does that.
Right.
But you got to do what we just talked about. That's the only thing you can do. That's it. Wipe your hands with it. And I know it's difficult to do, but I do think you'll become better from doing it.
Just, I think I know the answer and I agree with you. I think I'm just looking for like a reason. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, well, what happened? Was there somebody else?
For sure. And by the way, maybe there is. And by the way, we could sit here and I can come up with 5.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But
who knows, right? Only thing that matters is you tried, and that's that.
Yeah.
All right, girl. Well, Anna, keep your head up. Everything's gonna be good.
Benny. You're
all right, appreciate you. Shout out to Anna. Let me remove her from the studio. Taylor, I see you. Abby, I see you. I see Taylor and Abby. Don't worry, I'm gonna get to you. Taylor, but you're gonna have to wait one more because I got Abby in front of you, but I see you. Okay? All right. Put the thummies up. And then, all right. Listen, guys, like I said, listen on TikTok. If you guys want to call into the show, you got to go to YouTube. That's why I wanted to do this with you. I'm going to let you guys go because you can't hear. I know you can't hear because that's why I put the YouTube, Benny TV and YouTube. So you can go there. Guys, if anybody wants to call in, understand if you're having problems with the audio or anything, close it out and come back in. That's probably the best way to do this because I don't think it's mine. I think mine's fine. Sometimes, you know, you'll get people coming in and out, but all right, Abby, I'm gonna bring Abby in real quick. So guys, understand something. When you put your best foot forward, just like Anna just talked about, when you put your best foot forward, there's nothing else you can do left. You've already exhausted your options, pal. What are you going to do? Say it again? Say, hey, listen, I just thought you'd respond to me. He'd be like, see, this is why I don't want to talk. He'll create something. No need to do that. You already said, hey, listen, here's where I'm at. If you don't want to do this, no problem. He doesn't answer. He don't answer. Done. You know how it goes. We're getting some people in tonight. Can't hear it on TikTok. I know you can't hear it on TikTok, but go to my YouTube, Benny TV. All right. Shout out to you. Abby.
Yes, hi. Can you hear me?
I can hear you clear, loudly.
Great. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. Where are you calling from, Abby?
I love it.
Thank you.
I'm calling from Canada, actually. Shout out to Canada Day.
Okay, shout out to Canada. Shout out to Canada. And how old are you?
27.
Cool. All right, Abby, what you got for us tonight? Give us some good stuff.
I have like a general question about dating. I like to follow some of your advice.
Okay.
And my question is about on a first date, if a guy is like, you know, the vibes are vibing, he's trying to show like some chemistry and whatnot, how much is too much to go for on a first date? Like, let's say I recently went on a first date, and within the first hour or so, he had already made a move to kiss. And throughout the rest of the night, you know, he was very much going in for kisses, really leading with some makeouts in public, you know, getting a little handsy in the different areas and whatnot. So my question is, how do you gauge that? At what point is it like normal chemistry vibes, or is it kind of like piggish?
Yeah. So If you want, we could talk about that specific scenario. If not, we don't need to. I'll just talk in general. Which one do you prefer?
I mean, I could talk about the specific scenario of like an hour in the first makeout, and
Yeah.
I'm talking like, butt grabbing and stuff in public to the point where it was like a little bit of saying, oh, maybe we should tone this down a little bit while in like a bar. But the question is it just to take it as like a compliment of, oh, you're so my type and I'm so
No,
into
no,
you? Or is it
no.
like piggish behavior?
Yeah, no, it's piggish behavior, if I'm being honest with you. Because here's the thing, right? That is an indicator of I want something from you. There's two prongs to that, right? And I'll tell you why.
Mhm.
When guy gets handsy too quick, too fast on a first date, when he's just getting to know you,
Mhm.
two things are going to come out of that for him. Number one, he's going to send a signal immediately that I like what I see and I hope it goes somewhere tonight.
Mhm.
Not saying it did or didn't, not my business. But that's one. And the second one is when a guy kisses you too soon on a first date, which he shouldn't, honestly, in my opinion, because you could listen. As a guy, you should be a gentleman and let it happen. You want to make her decide to kiss you, not just go in. But when he does that, he kind of sets the tone for the rest of the date.
Mhm. Mhm.
Meaning we've already gotten that close. So like a little hand on the thigh ain't gonna mean nothing. Or a little hand on the back, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, we've already established that icebreaker.
Right.
I don't like either of those. I don't
Okay.
like those because they can come off a little doggish. Now you want to tell us how that first date went?
Yeah, I mean, in my head, it was a good first date. It
And
did
how did it
involve,
end? How did it end?
it ended with him basically asking to see each other again and like trying to make plans for in a few days. So I guess I'm trying to evaluate if it's like a bit doggish behavior, as you
Did
would
he ask
say.
you to go home with him?
No, because I
Okay.
will say that after a little bit of this, like maybe 2 hours into the date, after several kissing and whatever, I did say to kind of set the tone that I wasn't going to go home with him that
All right.
night and that that wasn't my intention, that I was trying to be more intentional with dating. And he
Yeah.
acted like he was really okay with that.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah.
listen, he might have been. I'm just saying that, again, I think it shows it shows like impulse control, lack
Mhm.
of that, lack of impulse control to some extent. I think it's a little somebody even here socially immature. It's like a lack of being able to read the room properly, but also lack of being able to build up your interest.
Right.
So listen, you may like him, and by the way, it's always possible he might have came in hot and heavy, thinking this might be a little short term, and then he ends up liking you. It's possible, of course,
Hmm.
it's possible. But I don't like that kind of behavior personally. Just in general, I don't like hearing about it. I just feel like it's a little immature. How old is he?
28.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, and I'm 27. So
Okay, well, what is he looking for from dating?
says that he also always starts it out saying that he's looking for something serious and like doesn't like to put too much pressure on it and kind of see where
All
it
right, how
goes.
how much do you like him on a scale of 1 to 10
I mean, it was just a first date, so it's kind of hard to
so
say, but
far?
I guess
So far,
the chemistry was solid and overall, you know, like a 6 maybe.
did he ask you out again?
Yeah, he did. And
What'd
he
you say?
followed up the next day. I mean, I said, yeah, we can look at our schedules and make plans for in a few days.
Do you
Um,
do you, how about this? Let me ask you a better question. Do you
mhm.
like or do you mind that happened?
I don't love that that happened, but he really played it off as like a compliment of like he's just so attracted to me and it's just wow, just so great and the chemistry is just so good. So part of me was I guess appreciating that he was being so forward with like being into me, I guess. But part of me was also like I don't know. I definitely did feel like I had to stop it a few times and
I,
it got a
I'm not
little
gonna lie, Abby. I get the sense you were more open to it than you're letting off to be.
I definitely was more open to it. Like I let it go on for a little bit. So
Yeah, it
now it's
sounds
kind of
like
like
it.
the aftermath of evaluating how I feel about it.
Yeah, it sounds like it. It sounds like you were more open to it.
Yeah, like I let it, I entertained it for sure. And, he was very much like holding hands, being like, you know, feelsy, hand on the leg, like you said. For example, like at a bar, this couple next to us like started talking to us and he said, like, oh, this is our 2-year anniversary date. You know,
Yeah,
like he was very much feeding into the whole romanticized idea of it.
Yeah, I wouldn't read into that too much. That's just game. That's it. That's just
Yeah,
he's just trying to run
exactly.
game. But my point is, I actually got the feeling that you actually liked it more than you're coming off to be. But it sounds like you did. So listen, fine. If that's what you want. I don't like that as the starting gate. But maybe you were more
Yeah.
open. Maybe you were given signals about it. I don't know.
I guess it's just like how soon is too soon on a date, and what's a sign of
That
just
was
like
too
good
soon.
chemistry.
That was too soon.
Right. Okay. I hear you.
But then
I
again,
hear
right? Like
you.
in general, that's too soon. But you really you didn't mind it, so that's on your call, right? Like it's sure I can see that as a bad sign, which I do, by the way.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
again, somebody can do those things and say, "Wow, I like the way she dealt with that," and maybe you let it pull back. And if you actually don't like that, then all you have to say is like, "Hey, listen, I appreciate your interest in me, but I ain't gonna lie, that was a little too much for me. I'm just trying to get to know you, so I just kind of want you to respect that a little bit more. If you're okay with doing that, we can go on a second one. If not, maybe not.
Right.
That's
Right.
if you want
Okay,
to
I
do
get
that.
it. I have a follow-up question for you.
All right.
If there's like a boundary about, let's say, if I have like a personal goal or whatever of not sleeping with someone for a certain amount of time or until I'm in an official relationship, would you suggest saying that to a guy early on a date or on a first date in an early stage of dating, or kind of keeping that to
About
myself?
intimacy?
Yeah, about intimacy.
No, I wouldn't say it on a first date. I might say it on like a second or so that you're waiting because you care about you're prioritizing this part of your life and you just really want to get to know somebody. And if he's just looking for something more casual and fun, then maybe you're not the one for him.
Okay, but not to like explicitly say that you have a personal rule of waiting X amount of
No,
time.
no,
Okay.
I wouldn't
I'm
do
just
that personally. No, because then he's gonna feel
because
like he has, then it becomes like a countdown clock. I don't think that's, because here's the thing, you could always do that. It doesn't mean he's actually interested. Sometimes guys will wait around because they know the expiration date's coming. It's just not it's just not a good measuring stick of interest.
okay, understood.
Yeah. All right. Appreciate you, girl. Thank you, Abby.
Thank you
Shout out
so
to Abby.
much.
Shout out to Abby for calling in. Shout out to Abby. All right, y'all. Hold on. I'm going to get you guys in next. Marie, you're in next. Then I got Kate and Kales. All right. I got you guys. Somebody else was trying to get in earlier too, but I don't know where they went. Guys, TikTok, if you want to call in, it's on YouTube. I told y'all it's on YouTube. I got to fix my other camera because it went off. Come on YouTube. It's Benny TV. Oh, yeah. Hold on, y'all. Let me just fix my camera. 1 second. Don't you dare move. If you want to hit the link, hit the link. All right. All right, we back. We back doing the same old thing. Much better than TikTok. Who said that? Who said that? Let's go, Marie. I'm coming into you next. But understand something, guys. Listen, you can go watch the previous lives. Yes, you can. Guys, if you want, again, as you said, I see the link down there. Here's how it works, guys. When you click on that link to call in, you enter a waiting room. It's like backstage. And when you get backstage, I see you in backstage. I don't know if you can hear me in backstage. I don't know if you can see me. I'm assuming you can, but we're going to do it there. All right. Marie or Mary.
Hey,
Marie?
Benny, how are you?
Good. How are you? It's Marie, right?
Yep.
How you
Well,
doing?
Maria, but you can call me Marie
Okay,
too.
Maria.
Okay, so for me, right, I've been with this guy
Wait, where are you
for
calling from, Maria?
Dirty Jersey. I'm calling from
Dirty Jersey. North or south?
Dirty. I'm south right now, but I'm moving into New York actually July 7th.
Got you. And how old are you?
I am 35.
Okay, go ahead. What you got for us?
Okay, so I've been dealing with this guy from Brooklyn in New York. We are in a relationship. It's gonna be like 2 years, probably like in 5 months. He's a dismissive avoidant. Yucky. Um, I have 4 brothers, so I kind of already know the deal. But I think I just need to talk to you to give me the real deal even more, right? Because we can listen to our family, but
Mm-hmm.
it takes a stranger to be like, girl.
Sure.
So basically, he broke up with me recently on the 17th. And
Mm-hmm.
he was just like, in a few words, he was like, I don't want to hurt you no more. Because he's kind of like hot and cold. And I'm an ER trauma nurse. He's a lawyer
Mm-hmm.
in Brooklyn. And we would see each other like 4 or 5 days a week, which is pretty good, right? Because I live in Jersey and he lives in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he has no kids. He's younger than me. He's 30 years old.
All right. Do you have kids?
And yeah, I have kids. I have
Okay.
kids.
Okay.
And he knew all this about me. I'm a proud mom. And he was okay with it. And so just in between our relationship, he would be like, I don't care that you're a mother and all this stuff. And we would like have all these conversations. It was good. And then I just always noticed it was like a hot and cold. And I just got to the point that I got tired of it, right? So the night he broke up with me, like, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I was like crying, maybe too emotional, right? Some men don't like emotional. He's like the type of man, he's a dismissive avoidant. He like can't handle it, right? So
Okay.
he's just like, I'm so sick of hearing you cry. And he was like, I just want to end this.
All right. Okay. Go ahead.
Oh no. And I was just like, okay. I was like, if you end this, there's like no coming back.
All
And like
right.
I really was in like love with him. And I know it
Uh-huh.
sounds silly. But
Why does that sound silly?
just because like he is that he's the type of guy he like said he loved me too, and then like kind of immature, like I take it back. I just said it in the moment because I knew you wanted to hear it.
Okay.
Like,
All right.
you get what
All
I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah. All right. So what's the actual? Go ahead. Let's get to the end. I'll tell you what I feel is going
Okay.
on.
So basically the end is for me is like I just want to like be strong and not go back to him anymore,
Mm-hmm.
even though there's like a
Mm-hmm.
almost 2 year relationship. And I just like feel it in my bones that he's just like gonna come back to me with some bullshit, aka drama. And
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know what you think I should do in a situation. Like, I know what I should do, but I just want to hear you from a man perspective.
Well, listen. You were been in a relationship for 2 years with this guy.
Yeah, it's gonna be 2 years and 3 months.
Okay. 2 years and 3 months. Where did you guys? What do you want out of dating?
I would like to date casually and to see if something happens with no pressure. Um, if something builds and we have chemistry and we're aligned in some things, I would love that.
So
I'm
when
not.
exactly did you get into a relationship with this guy?
I would say about a year, like what, almost 2 years.
Okay. Who asked who?
He asked me.
He asked you.
Yeah, he was just like, I'm tired of playing the field. He was like, I never been in love, all that dumb stuff. Like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
younger than you. And
Mm-hmm.
like, that's always been the thing that I had like a kind of problem, like inside, like bringing the age gap. I'm like, you're not that much younger than me. Like, come on,
Yeah,
sir.
he's not. He's not. But life phase, he is.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. You broke up, Ben.
Yeah. No. I said he's not that much younger than you, but your life phase is very different, and he is.
Yeah. You mean as far as being a mom and
And
him
being a
not having no
mom and
kids?
35, where he's 30, I don't know what he does or what he does for work, but entering at
He's a
30 as a
lawyer.
guy is very different. He's a
Yeah.
what? He's a lawyer.
He's a lawyer.
Well, yeah, he's just getting into his field. Honestly, let's be honest.
Yeah.
As a lawyer, I mean.
Yeah.
So
I
my
get it.
point is, so much focus has to go into building up network and finances and resources and all these things that it's different. He's not like, hey, can I settle down now? I just don't see that happen, especially
Yeah.
for a guy in New York.
I agree. I 100% agree with
So I
you.
think that I can understand when you said, okay, I just want something casual and see if it goes in a good place. I don't think that's necessarily your smartest move because everyone's
Yeah.
going to take the offer and maybe it goes,
Yeah.
maybe it don't.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So
I
I
agree with you
understand
on
your
that.
position, which is like, I don't want to add no pressure. It's not pressure. It's just intention.
Yeah. And that's what I told him. I'm just like, just be intentional
Why'd
and,
you break up though? What was the point of the breakup? He broke up with you?
Yeah, he broke up with me on the 17th. He was basically like out of no, like we were just like doing good, like actually really good. And he was just like, because he was like, just tell me how you feel. And I basically told him, I'm just like, you know, I know I don't live there yet, which I'm moving July 7th to Brooklyn, the Heights. And he was just like, yeah, he was like, I'm just like really scared. I feel like I'm gonna mess up and break your heart. And I'm just like, okay. Like that's really all I could say, because like I'm never gonna beg a guy, you know what I mean? I'm never gonna you
Okay,
say
so
what you
he
feel.
ended it,
Yeah, he ended it.
and he said
That's
what specifically?
he was like, I don't want to hurt you. That's really, really what he gave. He was like, I'm tired of hurting you. I don't want to hurt you. But I don't understand where that came from because nothing was wrong. So I
Right.
don't know if that was like an excuse, you know what I mean? Or like just
More than
something
likely,
to
he's trying. Yeah, I think. I mean, it sounds to me like he wants to step out. He don't want to
yeah.
hurt you. He want to go deal with
Yeah,
other
that's what
girls.
I told my brother. I was like, it just my brother said it too. He was like, it just sounds like a false way of
Hmm.
backing out of a situation and responsibility.
Yeah, it is. And by the
Right?
way, I don't even know if he's ready for that responsibility with you specifically now.
Yeah.
That's the point. And the
Hmm.
best thing you can do right now, yeah, I could sit here and there's nothing you can do, right? But the best thing for you to do for yourself,
Yeah.
you got to give it space. You got to give it room. You got to go out and venture off to your other interests, your other hobbies, and try to do your own thing to get your mind off of that. It's going to
Yeah.
be hard. It's very difficult. Breakups are really
Yeah.
fucking hard.
I haven't messaged him, Benny. I
Yeah,
haven't
you
like
shouldn't.
I haven't did anything. Like,
You
you know what I'm
shouldn't.
saying? I'm not even trying to act like a tough girl. Like, it's just
No.
my character. I haven't
Yeah,
messaged him. I'm not saying anything to him.
you
Like, I'm
shouldn't.
not a crazy girl like to pop up at his house. I was like, when you're done, you're done. And like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make anybody choose me. You know what I
No,
mean?
yeah,
Like
and
I'm
you shouldn't do anything at this particular moment.
yeah,
Regardless of what outcome you want, there's nothing to do. You should back off this.
yeah. I
Yeah.
agree with you. Thank you
100%
so
back off
much.
this. 100% back off it.
Thank you, Benny. Thank you
Yeah.
for reassuring me. I already kind of knew the
Yeah, you
answer.
knew. Yeah, you knew.
I knew it, but I like because I just like hearing you. You remind me of my brother so much, and I'm like, let me get
Oh,
away from my brothers. Like I need
yeah, yeah.
somebody that's not family, because family's always gonna protect you.
Of
You
course,
know,
of course. Yeah,
and
but this story
one
was so obvious to me, and
yeah,
I appreciate the share because you never know. Getting objective opinions always better sometimes.
thank you.
But listen, yeah, I think you got to let go of this for a minute and just try your best to focus a little bit more on you and do the things you like and
That's what
get
I've
your
been doing.
mind off of him because if not, you might end up
Can I
saying, "Oh,
ask
I
you a
miss you."
question though?
Yeah.
Like real, like
Hmm.
this other guy has been pursuing me, and like even when I was in a relationship, I just like been like, no, no. And then like, I don't even want to date. If it sounds weird, like I know girls be like, let me go on this date I just want to heal and I just want to
Hmm.
focus. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? I don't feel like as a woman, you have to like jump to the next guy to get
No,
like,
you don't. No, you
you
don't. No,
need
no,
to
no.
self heal. You know what I'm
Yeah, if
saying?
you're
Like
not over that,
focus
and
on
sometimes
you.
it's harder. Yeah, sometimes it's hard. But
Okay.
in general, I would actually, if I were you, honestly, I'd really be looking for older guys.
Older guys,
You can't be looking for younger dudes.
but I don't look for them, Benny. They look for me.
Well, you can't be accepting dates with younger dudes like that. Your
Yeah.
older guys will look for you too.
But Benny,
But
you think 30 is that younger than 35?
yes,
Like,
yes. Again,
why?
it's not, it's all right. So let me tell you the difference, right? If you were
Yes.
50, I would say a 45-year-old is not too young for you. It's life phase of a guy. I'm talking about the guy's life
The
phase.
guy's perspective.
It's
Okay.
the guy's life phase. So like after 40, if he
Yeah.
doesn't have kids, you can maybe make a safer assumption he didn't want them or whatever the reason is.
Yeah. Yeah.
But at 30, it's all for men
You're
around
still
that
growing up.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, either they start to build with somebody then that has patience, that has time, whatever else, and that because they're still getting to the men don't even come in until 30, 35 even. Let's be honest with ourselves.
Very true.
So like he doesn't have his stuff in order, even if he's a lawyer. I get it, but even here in New York,
Yeah.
you still gotta focus on
A
these things.
lawyer
And
don't make you a man. You
no,
know,
it doesn't. It
the
doesn't.
job.
But right, even if he has a focus, but the point being is that how he sees you with a kid, and he's like, I don't know if I'm ready to deal with that long-term obligation at 30. Now, if you met a 40-year-old, he'd probably see it very differently than he would see it.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what?
But
Respectfully, he did say to me, I will give him that respect. He was just like, I want a girl that's younger to have kids with. And I was just like,
yeah,
okay.
it,
But
and
you
that's
you
how a
knew
lot
it
of
like you already knew it. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
we dating. Sorry,
Yes. Yes.
no disrespect to the young people on here. You're a grown man and you know what you're getting into. I'm like, but you knew I was a mom of
That's
two.
true. Yes, he did. And maybe, maybe who knows what he thought, but many men his age are going to think that.
Yeah,
That's
I
why I
get it.
said you should be dating older, because those guys will see you as their catch.
Yeah.
I just don't think a 30-year-old is going to perceive it that way, considering where he's at in his life. That's all I'm saying.
But Benny, can I be honest on my side?
Sure.
Some men that are older, they don't even got it together.
Sure. Of course, some men don't go together. I agree with you, but some men do.
Yeah, some men do.
So
Thank you
I
so
would take that.
much.
All right. Appreciate you, Maria. Appreciate
Appreciate
it.
you so much. Thank you.
Appreciate you. All right. Shout out to Maria. Shout out to Maria. Guys, I know some of you guys don't like to hear that, but I'm telling you, I always tell you, you got to date older dudes, depending on where you're at in your life, right? Like if you're 50, yeah, okay, you can get away with dating a guy in his 40s. Of course you can. But when you're in your 30s, mid 30s, and you have a kid, you should be trying to date older. A guy that understands that, a guy that might have kids of his own, a guy that will see, will see you as be like, oh yeah, that's my little young thing. Yeah, you get the point. Come on, man. And don't try to say, oh, you don't know. Okay, I know what I'm fucking talking about. Okay, dude. That's what you should be tried and true in. And guys, I see you guys in the box in the waiting room. Lisa, can you hear me? Okay, I see you. I see you. I see Kales. I see Lisa, Kate, Daria, Amanda, and Abby. Or Abby just left. Yeah. All right. So, Lisa, I'm gonna get to you next after this next one. I got Kales and I got you. So, you can always come back. I'll always get you, but please, I'll get to you for sure. All right, let's do it. Guys, we're gonna go back and forth on this, but this is gonna be a long show. This is gonna be a good one because I like these little different call-ins. The point of these call-ins is one thing, right? It's to figure out how to structure the frame and develop a framework of making decisions. Overall, that's basically what I talk about. That's basically how I talk about it. And yes, we do personal things here. So if you don't want to call in, you don't want your personal stuff out here, I totally understand. But for those that do, let's have some fun, shall we? All right. Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Hey, Kales, I can. What is that? Your first name?
Yeah, it's not I didn't want to use my real name.
All right, that's okay, no problem. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Florida,
Oh, what part? North, south?
West Coast, actually, Tampa.
Cool. And how old are you?
I'm 24.
Cool, got you. What you got for us tonight?
Okay, so this is pretty brief, but I wanted to know if you thought that this was as much of a red flag that I kind of thought it was in the moment. So I met this guy on Hinge and we were texting beforehand for a few days, and in our text messages I had stated, like, I don't remember exactly how it came up, but I had stated that I don't kiss on the first date. I just remember explicitly that coming up and me saying that. And we go on our first date and he plans this really nice dinner and we had a lovely time, and we were together for a super long time. We ended up going to a second location, which I typically try not to do, but we went to this, we walked the pier, went to this rooftop bar and had a glass of wine, and then we were together for 6 hours. And he walked me back to my car. He was super respectful all night, so kind, seemed very intentional. We both talked about what we're looking for, both looking for something serious. So we get to my car and he asked for a kiss on the cheek, and I was like, okay. And I kissed him on the cheek. And then he was like, another one. And I did. And then he turned his head. He asked for me to kiss him on the cheek, and I went to kiss him on the cheek. And he turned his head and kissed me. And I don't know if this is me overreacting, but I kind of felt like he crossed a boundary that I had already established. And I don't know, do you think that's weird? I kind of felt like it was weird.
How'd you react?
I didn't say anything in the moment because I wasn't sure how I felt about it. If I hadn't explicitly said to him, I don't like kissing on the first date, I wouldn't feel any type of way about it probably, but I kind of was a little I don't know. And then I haven't brought it up. I'm gonna see him on Friday, but half of me is like, it's not worth bringing up because it's really not that big of a deal. But then the other half of me is like, I don't want to set the tone that I set boundaries, and it's okay if you kind of like.
I understand. I understand. Right. But here, and listen, you can have that conversation with him. And I don't know if you already did.
I
Did you?
didn't. No, I haven't said anything.
All right. So how much you like this guy on a scale of 1 to 10?
I like him. Yeah. Like a 7.
But why do you like him if he tried to kiss you?
Why do I like him if he tried to kiss me?
Yeah. Like you told him no. And now he's like, he didn't, he just didn't follow your rule.
I guess you're right. I mean, I should take that as a red flag?
No, I didn't say that. I'm just asking. I have my opinion on it, but
okay. So other than him doing that, he's like everything that I'm looking for, and he was like very kind,
all
and
right,
we
but
have a lot of things in common.
Okay, fair. Here's the thing. I don't agree with him doing it. No. And definitely on paper, no. Right. And I could sit up here in my high horse and say, no, that's just totally wrong. And by the way, it is. But what also guys learn along the way is when girls say things and they complain later, like, yeah, but you never did that, because you told me not to. They hear this all the time. So sometimes if you're being flirty, he's like, okay, maybe she won't mind a kiss because she got to know me. Maybe she actually likes it. I'm not justifying him doing it. I'm just saying that what could have gone through his mind, he's trying to be fun and playful about it.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking too. That's why I didn't make a big deal.
If it was such a big deal, you'd be like, oh no, he's so out of my league, but you like him. So you're willing to be like, I actually thought it was kind of cute. Did you not? I don't know.
I kind of did, but I also.
I'm sick of you. No, I get it. I understand. I understand having boundaries, but here's the thing, right? If you want to bring it up to him, you just got to say, hey, listen. And you can bring it up in a playful way. You say, hey, listen, I did say this to you and you did break it. I'm not going to lie. It did rub me the wrong way. I want to let you know that it did kind of sit wrong with me because I told you and you went and did it anyway. And I don't like that. Everything else I do like about you, but that was the one really hesitation I had with going on a second date with you. But now that I'm here, I wanted you to hear me say that so you understand where I'm coming from when I say things.
Okay.
You hear how I said that?
That's kind of what I was thinking. I didn't want to make him feel like I was accusing him of being a creep or something.
But it's it's fair, right? And I'm not trying to undermine it, but it's a kiss, girl.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. I wanted to establish early on, though, if I say something, like, don't cross that. You know what I mean?
I understand. And you could just say to him the way I just said to you.
Yeah.
That's all. I would just put that in there.
Okay. So I shouldn't take that as like.
Not necessarily. No, not necessarily. Again, on paper you could, but not necessarily because you guys might have been having a good time and he was just trying to see a little flirt and trying to push a boundary a little bit. I wouldn't take it. It's not like he grabbed your ass.
No, he didn't. No.
So I feel like that would be more disrespectful, but he sneaked in a little peck. I mean, I wouldn't punish it. I wouldn't punish it. The guy sneaked in a little peck. He was like, oops. I didn't mean that.
No, that is kind of exactly how it went. Okay.
All right. Appreciate you, Kills.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Wait, can I ask one more question, actually?
Yes.
Okay. So I was watching one of your videos recently. You were saying that I think it was you. Yeah. We were talking about, like, do you think that I guess it could depend. This is a completely different, I'm like dating right now. So this is just completely different. Nothing to do with this guy.
Sure.
So is dating a guy, I'm 24, right? Is dating a guy who's like 35, 36 and is like successful, good looking, X, Y, and Z. Like, do you think that they have just like a Rolodex of young women that they're like talking to? Or is that just an assumption? Because my mom is like, oh, you shouldn't date older guys because they like want one thing from you or whatever. I don't know. Do you think that's true to some extent or no?
No, not necessarily. Listen, I understand if you don't like the gap, but if he could say the same thing about you.
Yeah, that's true.
So I can understand where you're coming from, and that's your decision if you want to do that. I'm not against age gap dating. I don't, everybody is because they're heard about it, but I'm not. I don't care if that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. As long as you know how to conduct yourself, right? As long as you know what you're looking for and still know how to communicate with somebody that you really like or that's older and you feel like has a gap in whatever. Nobody bats an eye when it's the reverse. When it's a 35-year-old girl dating a 25-year-old guy, nobody bats an eye about that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Okay. All
I
right.
mean, I hear what you're saying, but overall,
Yeah.
they have as much. You have more of a Rolodex than they do. I'm gonna put to you. I'm
Okay.
gonna make that very simple and clear.
Okay.
All right. Appreciate you, Kales. Shout out to Kales. Now, you guys can disagree with me, but I don't care. It's just the truth. My back is. All right. So, guys, listen, she could have been talking about the first or second girl that called in, talking about the guy started rubbing me out on the first date. And I was like, were you inviting it? Well, I kind of was inviting it. What? Huh? The nerve of you to call in and complain about something that you were inviting. I'm not saying she did that. I'm saying that girl, the first or second girl that called in, talking about, I didn't like that. You were inviting it the whole time. That's why he kept doing it. You were rewarding the behavior. You were like, until it got too much. And you're like, well, let's slow this thing down. All right. Up close and personal. You guys already know if you want to call into the stream, you got to hit the link I pinned, and it's also in the description. Shout out to Lisa. Here we go. Bunk. Let's do it. We're getting a lot of calls in tonight. We're about to get a lot of these calls. Bing, bing, down, down. Hello?
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm good. I can't believe I'm talking to you. This is crazy.
Here we are. I take it you wanted to be on camera. Okay.
I really don't.
Right. I could take you off if you want, or I'll leave you on.
Yeah, if you want to take me off, that would be great.
No, it's up to you. It's up to you. Where are you calling from?
Jersey.
Okay. And how old are you?
29.
All right. What you got for us, Lisa?
Okay, so I kind of wrote it because I could be a little all over the place. So, and hopefully no one I know is watching this. So just, anyway,
yeah.
Or you know what? I don't care because maybe people can relate,
For sure. Go ahead.
So I'm ruminating on an old situationship. I'm having a hard time getting over it. I've dated over the past 4 years since my last relationship. And I just haven't liked anyone enough to continue seeing them. This last guy that I was seeing, I really, really liked him. Chemistry was great. Slow burn for sure. Got intimate around the 3-month mark. I really felt like after we got intimate, I noticed a change in certain things. Or maybe it could have been that I just got more invested. So I was had more of a scrutinizing lens on things.
Mm-hmm.
And I had brought up a conversation about non-negotiables in a relationship or just any relationship type of question. I would notice an energy shift on his part. And then in other conversations throughout, it came up that he felt like I was prying. I guess I'm just beating myself up on the way that I acted in the situation. When in reality, it seems like maybe we had different paces and life phases.
Okay.
He was waiting for a better job, moving out, blah, blah, blah. So I ended up ending it because I felt like we just were moving at different paces. I felt like I was more invested and he was more wanting to take things slow. Even though we communicated every day and he always was when am I seeing you again and things like that, I just feel like maybe I messed up certain parts of it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, so let me go through the facts now. Now that you said that, let me go through the facts. Now, you met him when?
Met him. What do you mean? When?
How long ago did you meet him?
We actually met. Apparently, we met when we were 14, which I don't remember.
Okay, when did you start dating him?
June, end of June last year.
Oh, last year. Is this a year ago?
No, and then we ended things in the beginning of this year.
All right. So as a total, how long did you guys date?
6 months we were talking.
Okay, and you never went into relationship mode?
No, he never made it official.
Okay. And who broke it off?
I did.
Okay. And you
And
broke.
he made it seem mutual.
Okay, you broke it off because just curious.
I felt like there was no progression.
Yeah, as you should have.
Yeah,
Okay, you should have broke it off.
there was
Okay,
no
so
progression.
yeah, listen, and he wasn't willing to do nothing about it. So when you broke it off, was he like, "Nah, let's try to make it work"?
He was like, yeah, I think we're in the same boat. I'm getting a new job and I don't want to give you half attention. But then, like, a couple weeks later, dropped off like a box full of Christmas gifts at my house.
Yeah, that's okay. That don't mean nothing. That's fine.
It
You just
doesn't.
no.
It doesn't.
No. Okay, so you're still thinking about that. That's what you're trying to tell me?
I'm still thinking about, like, because I'm not used to liking somebody, It's been a while.
Okay.
It's been a while. And I actually felt like I could see it going somewhere. And then it didn't go anywhere. And I'm like, I like to self-reflect and be like, what did I do or what could I have done differently?
Sure. Yeah, you didn't cut it off sooner.
Right.
Listen, here's also to the thing. How old is he?
He's a year younger than me.
Okay. Well, it's not necessarily like these things are bound to happen, right? And just because you like somebody and that didn't work out doesn't mean you did something wrong. See, a lot of women call in and say, "Oh, I liked him," and they feel a way because the guy didn't feel the same way about taking it to the next level as they did, so they really feel hurt about that.
Yeah. I think it's some ego too, obviously,
Yeah, and everybody got it. Everybody got it. So there's nothing to be ashamed about. But there's nothing you could have done aside other than cutting it off a little bit sooner so you didn't get even more invested into the sheet.
I guess I just didn't really see that there were issues until it kind of we were at like that mark where we got intimate. And in my opinion, I don't like that's to me, like I feel like I mean, in this hookup culture we have, maybe people don't see that as something, but like I do.
No, yeah, I get it. I understand. And that's that, I understand that's a big deal for you. And as it should be.
I don't
But
know.
it happened and you can't live your life regretting it.
Yeah, I know. I guess
It's a moment in time. But he's no longer in your life. So you got to get rid of this dude in real estate in your head.
I know.
Yeah. He's got to get out. Are you seeing anybody else? Are you dating anybody else? Because we're done with him because he ain't even on the radar.
I know. No, I'm not seeing anyone else. I've been asked on dates, but I just feel like the older I'm getting, unfortunately, I'm getting to that nice ripe age of 30. Things are, I don't know, I'm just a little more picky with who I want to spend my time with,
That's okay, as you can and should be. But I think you still should be available. Just because you might have gotten hurt a little bit doesn't mean you need to make the next.
No, I'm definitely available. No one's really tickling my fancy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right, that's fair. But in terms of the rumination on this one guy, there's those variables out the window. And I think the more you think about it, the worse it's going to get.
I know.
The more you talk about it, the more you therapize over it. Or ruminate, they call.
Ruminate.
You're just gonna keep going back on the things you could have done wrong, should have done wrong. We're overthinking at this point. You didn't necessarily, just because things didn't go your way, you didn't necessarily do anything wrong. Sometimes you just have to learn from these things. I wouldn't put too much pressure. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. I think I didn't really know what changed. I don't know. I'm ruminating.
Well, nothing. What do you mean? Nothing changed. He didn't. I mean,
actually, yes, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, it's nothing changed. That's part of the problem.
Yes.
So I wouldn't. Pass the past, girl. Pass the past.
Yeah.
Let's move this one on. There's plenty of good dudes out there. And you need to get your ass out there instead of thinking about this little ex buddy.
You let me know where they are, and I'll be there.
I mean, they're everywhere. They're in New York too. There's a lot of people always say, "Oh, New York's so bad." Okay, well, find a better place and go, because every other city everybody else talks about tells it's horrible. Austin, horrible. LA, horrible. Miami, horrible. Chicago's terrible. Everybody thinks it's terrible where they are. So don't listen to everybody else. Plenty of people in the cities.
Yeah.
All right, Lisa. Appreciate you. Thank you for calling in, girl. Shout out to Lisa for a lot of courage. Appreciate you, girl. Shout out to Lisa. Shout out to Lisa. That was sweet. Listen, you can find. Listen, it's not about finding guys. You already know that. Shout out to you guys in the chat. I see what the chat's saying. I see you guys in the queue. I see you. I got Kate, Daria, and Mari. I see y'all in there. No, I think it was Lisa, not Elisa. Yeah. All right. Guys, understand something. Just because that you like the guy more than he liked you doesn't mean you did something wrong. No, you felt stronger about taking it to the next level than he did. That happens. That's a part of the game, by the way. That's a part of the institution of dating, because that's bound to happen. And I know a lot of you aren't used to that. That's why you're okay with dealing with the dudes that you don't really like, because you're like, okay, like I didn't really like them anyway. But for the ones you like, it can get a little complicated on. All right. Yeah. Shout out to Mary. I see you guys in the chat. Mary, can't control others. Listen, we have to learn to give up control. So many of us strive and crave control. We do this all the time. We're looking for it at every moment we get because of what it's packed with, a level of certainty that you have. The difficulty with dating is that when you find somebody you like, you lack control in these things. And I did this monologue 2 days ago about this. You're going to lack control in areas in these areas of your life, because it takes two parties to tango. Two people are in this. There's going to be moments you feel uncertainty. There's going to be moments you're going to say, how do they feel? Not everything is going to be as transparent and predictable as you would like it to be, because it's not always going to make you feel like super certain and super secure about things. But that's the nature of it. That's the nature of relationships as a whole. Interpersonal relationships, romantic relationships, business relationships, and everything else. Everything else in between. Anyway. Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Kate, I can hear you. How you doing? Where are you calling from?
I'm good. I'm calling from New Jersey by way of California.
Jersey, a lot of Jerseyans.
I know. I'm actually surprised hearing all these people.
Jersey. And how old are you?
I'm 39.
Cool. All right. What you got for us?
All right. So I have kind of an overarching question in general, just for me, but I have a specific situation. So maybe you kind of like answer both. But before that, I do have a very fast question that we can kind of just like breeze by, which is that, do you think, so I was involved with this guy recently that I really liked, and my faith, as I'm a Christian, my faith is really important to me. Mm-hmm. Same with him. It's really hard to find guys that I share that with. Mm-hmm. So this guy, very early on, I've never had anyone in my 20s and my 30s ask me this question, but he asked me how many people I had slept with. And I told him, I told him how I basically had been living my life for the past, 5 to 10 years, and which is really like, I don't casually sleep around, and gave him enough information. I felt like that was appropriate for obviously like where we were. Mm-hmm. Like we're not in a committed relationship. It's not like we're 6 months in or like close to engagement or anything like that. Mm-hmm. And he was just so adamant about wanting to know the number. And also I just always feel like guy advice is always like, never talk about that and never tell a guy that. Like no guy ever wants to hear that truly, even if he asks it. Mm-hmm. And he just like would not let up. And eventually I told him like, this is making me really uncomfortable. So he did eventually drop it. But then recently it kind of inadvertently came back up. And my honest answer to him was that I didn't know the number, not because there was some big number, but because literally I don't have like a tally that I've kept from like when I was like 18 or, so it's like, okay. I didn't want to lie, but I can't be like, it was 5 because it may have been 6. Like, I don't, and I'm not going to go back and like write out all the names.
Okay, go ahead. What's the question related to this? Go ahead.
So that's, I know I'm going off about it because it really was like a thing. But my question with that is, I mean, it's a very quick question. Like, do you think that's an appropriate question for someone to ask you when you're considering like a serious relationship with someone? And how do you answer that?
No, it's not.
Okay.
No. Let's be honest, right? If a guy asks you, fellas, if you ask this question directly, this question, you want a number, you're a loser. Why are you a loser? Well, number one, I'll tell you why. Because the number itself really doesn't matter. It's what they want to think. They want to assess you because some of these guys have been really red pill. So they really
Mhm.
go to the red pill. What's the number? Give us the number. See, you're insecure about the number.
Yeah.
It's loser mentality because any guy knows that's been around. He knows a girl, how she operates. He knows she's either high or she's low. He
Yeah.
don't need to know the number. The number doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He can see it. He doesn't have to ask you. And the fact that he's even asking you in the first place tells me he's trying to get you at a number. And even any number you would have said would have been wrong, by the way.
I know. And it was just weird because like,
It's a weird question
I-
to ask. I would have. Did you let him go?
I mean, kind of, yeah. I mean, I'm
No,
this is
you
gonna-
didn't. You still
this
talking to him.
Well, this is going to be the guy I'm going to tell you about, but he did
right.
eventually, he did drop it and it became fine. But yeah, I mean, it was a weird thing because like you just said, I live a certain way and guys usually pick that up pretty quickly. And like, I don't represent myself as someone who,
Right.
you know, I'm not out the clubs. Like,
fair,
I've never been
fair.
like that. I
Okay.
don't drink like that, you know, anyway.
Okay. So you're seeing him now. How long you guys been seeing each other?
So no, that's not what's happened. So this is
Okay.
kind of a bigger question. It's about me, my location, where I'm at in life, and dating. So I'm obviously in New Jersey, like I said, right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we connected when I was visiting Charleston because I was considering, and I still am considering, like moving there for a few months, like working remote and just trying living there because I don't want to go back to California. And so I'm running into this issue in general because I'll connect with someone and no one really loves long distance. I don't either, but I've done it and sometimes it's worked and sometimes it hasn't.
Okay.
And so my overarching question is like, do you think I should stop dating until I go to a specific location? Because what happens is like these guys want to talk to me. If there's a connection, like we get connected, then a connection grows over FaceTime and calls, and then you have to make a move. Like someone has to go see the person. And if they don't want to come here and they don't want to like, you know, bring me there, and I'm not necessarily going to go like fly on my own dime to see a guy unless like it's my own plans, then we just hit this wall and it just becomes like a situation. That's
yeah. Well, listen, long distance is difficult. So are you trying to say you're in between places? Is that what I'm hearing? I'm sorry.
Yeah. And I just feel like I'm having a hard time managing like my dating life while also trying to, because I'm in transition with my career. Like I had a very successful career, but then I kind of let it die for a while because I wanted to focus more on like my personal life.
Okay. Well, yeah. Listen, I think a level of uncertainty about location is a big problem because of that. What you just said, everything you're going through is a problem. Typically, also with long distance as well. It's also a very similar problem. It's just yours is more predictable long distance because you don't know where you're going to be at, and you can get emotionally in tune with some guy, and then all of a sudden, nothing goes in for it. I just think it's about learning how to pick and choose the people you're willing to do that with and who you want to see more. Right.
Yeah.
Listen, I think it's hard. I think it's harder to date that way, of course. When will you really know where you're going to be?
I mean, I could move tomorrow if I sort things out financially. Like, I'm just not ready quite yet. So, like, originally with him, I told him I was looking at like the end of the summer. And so what basically happened with us was like, you know, I asked him up front because he was pursuing a lot of connection, conversation, texting, calls. And I asked him, like, you know, you told me you didn't want to do long distance. So like, why are you messaging me this much? Like, what's your intention here? And he was just like, I don't know. I'm really just enjoying getting to know you. And I was like, all right, you know, fair. And it just progressed. And then it hit, you know, that point where it was like, someone needs to see someone and he didn't want to come. And I just like, I guess my question to you about that is that like a flag or is that just like,
he didn't want to come see you? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, he's just like, he just didn't want to get on a plane and he didn't want to pay for me to come there. He was just more.
Well, there you go. How old is he?
He's 35.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, I think it's very obvious, right? He doesn't want you to go there. He don't want to come to see you. I mean,
well, he wants me to come there, but he doesn't want to like be responsible for bringing me there. But I've had guys do that before, you know? So like for me, it's like, well, if you're a guy who wants marriage and you want to date like that.
Yeah. He's being lazy about it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said.
No, but he's being like, okay, so if he doesn't want to pay for you to go there, then tell him to pay to come to see you. I mean, you don't have to do that though, right? The part is he doesn't want to do it.
Right.
I think you need to take all these signs. Listen, I think there's you've already mentioned 2 to 3 of them.
Do you think that if I end up going there, that I should not should, but like that I should get back in touch with him, or are you listening to this as a guy? You're just like, I don't like what I'm hearing about.
I don't
And
like what I'm hearing about it. You said 39, right?
I'm 39. Yeah, he's 35.
He's 35, right?
Yeah.
I don't really like that as much either, honestly.
I don't, and I know you keep leaning on this like date older guys thing, but for
Well,
me,
maybe
like,
not even older, but again, it's not necessarily you need. I'm not even talking about 50-year-olds. I'm just saying that like
yeah,
even in the bracket of 39 up, like I'm just saying that 35. Again, I just find it more difficult. I hear all these. I talk to people about this all the time, and I just find the same patterns going on.
I know. I mean,
And when your guy's telling you in different ways, and he's saying to you, "Well, I'm not going to pay to come up there. You want to come to see me? Come to see me." I mean, that's just the way he's operating with you.
if you were talking to him and he was like, I really like her, like I genuinely get a feel that this could actually be something legitimate and real, but I just don't like. I've gone and visited girls before. I paid for hotels for myself. I feel like I wasted money, and
Well,
I'm trying
then
to be
no.
responsible.
Yeah, no. I hear you, but at the same time, if you're serious about this, because here's the thing, right? You're the one that picks, and if I'm talking to him, I'm saying you're the one who picks and chooses who you want commitment to, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to share your life with somebody, he might not be at that place right now. And by the way, I tend to think this way about guys in that mid 30 range.
That's what he says, though. I mean, he's like, I'm serious, I'm intentional. Like this is
No,
what I.
okay, and fair enough, right? But I'm saying that if that's what he wanted, he'd go find out. And how many times you guys
I
seen each other?
agree. And we haven't seen each other. We've only FaceTime. It
Well,
was
here
only
you
been a
go.
month.
And this is a bigger problem. That's my point. I
Yeah.
was getting to my point, which is essentially you haven't even seen each other yet.
Yeah.
This is not good. This is not good. I don't like that at all. And I would tell him, I'm like, yo, let it go then, because you ain't doing shit about it.
Right.
So what do you care? You want to. Here's the thing, right? He likes you. He just doesn't like you that much. And we have to shoot it straight.
I hear you.
Because yeah, right. Maybe he did that for a girl. Maybe he feels like he's in a place he doesn't need to do that no more.
It just feels wild to me because it is actually so challenging to meet someone you really truly align with. Like
it is, but you haven't met. That's true, but you haven't
values.
met him yet. That is true, but you haven't met him yet. So you have to understand all this stuff you're talking about really truly liking is all theory and all because you FaceTime with him.
Totally.
It's all performative.
I know.
So I understand your point, but I don't like almost everything you said about the thing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad you're saying it. I mean, I want to hear it. I do want to hear it from you because I trust.
And I'm open-minded about some of these things. When girls call in and tell me stupid things, I'll be like, I check them on that too. I'll be like, that's kind of ridiculous and stupid. Like, you should definitely what are you doing? Leave it in a good do. I would tell them that too. But I'm not going to lie. A lot of the things you said, I think are pretty reasonable, except when it comes to him. I don't think it's worth it for you.
So let me ask you this, because I want to know if you think I'm absurd about this. So when I was talking to my friends about it, the way I was sharing how I felt was, even if I go there on my own, which is my own plan, like forget him in general.
Okay.
But say he like reached out and say we were still talking or whatever. We're not really talking right now, but say we were, because the way he showed up to me in this context that I've been talking about and not making any gesture, it almost turns me off from wanting to see him, even if I was there on my own. Okay,
so then there you go.
But that's what I'm asking. Like, do you think that's do you think I'm being like, now you're just being
no
and silly about it?
No. And I would tell you if I did think that. I just heard 3 problems that will go along with it that would convince me otherwise.
Remind me what those were. I said
the body count conversation that's never given up, the lack of actual interest, aka trying to see you, and him being 4 years younger than you. And it's not even the age, it's the life phase.
Yeah.
So all those 3 things, they don't I just never see them work as much. That's all I'm saying.
Do you think I should take a pause on dating until I get myself together?
No, I think you should be open to it, but I think you should be focusing on where you're going to be. But I don't think you should close yourself off. I think it's okay to be a little bit open, only to the right moment of somebody that's actually like willing to do something about it. But other than that, I think you need to focus on getting where you need to be.
As a man,
I think being in limbo is problematic for you.
Yeah, I agree. As a man, do you think in my, like, say the other red flags weren't there in my situation, just like getting to know someone long distance, do you think the guy should offer to pay for something if he says, come here, like, I want to see you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Okay. All right.
I mean, yeah, unless you're just like going to go down on vacation, he's going to just wait until you just naturally show up. But if he really likes you, he's like, yo, I really like you, then, he'll offer something, right? Not just
Yeah.
be like, come here when you come here, let me know. He wouldn't do that.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
like
what I know.
that was the thing. Like I didn't blueprint it out for him. I was
Nah.
waiting to see, but
Nah.
he didn't offer to like even pay for half my flight.
Nah,
or,
see, that's the problem. Yeah, that's how you know right there. He's either broke or he don't like you. And either one ain't good.
I don't know if it's either. I think maybe he's just cheap at this point.
Well, okay, even worse.
I know. Yeah.
I could even see if you ain't got it, but now you got it, you don't want to use it. It's even worse than being broke.
All right. So you're just confirming everything I thought. I just wasn't sure.
All right, Katie. I appreciate you calling in, girl.
Thank you.
Shout out to you. Shout out to Katie. Thank you for calling in, Katie. Katie's good. Katie's a good egg. I got one more I'm gonna take, then I'm out of here, guys. Daria, I'm calling you in, then I'm getting out of here because it has been way too long. Hello.
Hello.
Daria. Is it Daria?
Daria.
Daria. Okay, Daria. I just thought it would be like, okay. Daria. Where are you calling from, Daria?
Florida.
What part?
The middle of nowhere.
Oh, okay, cool. And how old are you?
35.
What you got for us? Hit us with some good stuff. Let's go.
All right, some good stuff. Not a typical like dating situation, I guess.
All right.
I keep finding myself in these situations where everyone I meet in the first 5 minutes, I become their therapist. I don't know what it is about me,
All
but
right.
they want to tell me their whole life story, and that has just been like the sequence of events.
Okay.
I don't know how to change it, basically.
So that's the question?
I don't know. What do I do is the question, I guess.
Well, do you ask a lot of questions?
I mean, so like I'm a bartender, so I guess it's like my job to kind of have that sort of personality.
Oh, yeah. So maybe you make them feel really comfortable they can do that, but at the end of the day, that shouldn't really ever be the case. You shouldn't have to be somebody's therapist, especially as a guy. He should be trying to learn about you, not trying to let everything out to you. But at the other end of the spectrum, it's a gift. You can make people feel that kind of comfort.
Yeah.
So listen, I hear you with that, but there's, people are going to be there. How many times does this happen?
It happens with like every person I talk to.
Okay. Well, we got a problem there, right? So
yeah,
it's okay to ask a couple questions, but you also want somebody to take initiative and not use it as a therapy session with you. So I think it depends on what type of guys you're attracting and bringing into your life. Are they younger guys?
Honestly, some of the younger ones, like literally 21-year-olds, can be more mature than like some of the 40+ ones I talk to.
Sure.
Like the age is...
Well, more mature meaning, listen, they're in different places. So I don't know what it is about you that makes people want to confess to you or
I wish I knew.
Ruminate with you. I'm not really quite sure, but maybe your bartending has something to do with it. Maybe you have a skill set that's highly sought after.
Yeah, maybe. So I'm just doomed.
No, you're not doomed. You're not doomed. I just think, listen, for whatever reason, there's something about what you're doing that's making them feel like they can be extra vulnerable with you. I don't think you need to shut it off. I just think you have to pull it back a little bit. Maybe even be a little more reserved. I don't know what exactly you're doing on them. That's my point.
Yeah, I don't think I'm doing anything in particular. And sometimes like it'll lead to like hooking up situation for like a certain amount of time, and then I'll just go back to being friends for years sometimes. Like this has been going on for yeah. And
why are you entering hookup situations all the time?
Boredom, I don't know.
Well, that's a problem.
Yeah.
When you get bored, you go to hookup.
So I should just, I mean, I don't know. Like I need some thrills in life. So.
Oh yeah, you can have your thrills. Doesn't mean you need to go hook up when you're bored. Why don't you thrill yourself with getting to know somebody you actually like, as opposed to using it as a hookup?
if I could find that person, that'd be like.
Yeah, but if you don't like them like that, you don't go to hookup mode.
Sometimes I do like them, but they just become like too much.
Okay, but part of that is because you're just a hookup girl for them to maybe. I don't know. That's not good. That's not a good look for anybody. Because then they start seeing you as casual and they start telling you things, but they don't really like, they just see it as like a hookup thing.
Yeah, maybe.
I would cut that off, honestly. I really would, especially at this point. I really would. I'm telling you, because it's not going to get you that far. I'm not saying don't have your fun. I'm saying don't do it when you're bored, because you're bored and you want thrill.
Yeah. I wish you could see my facial expressions right now.
Me too.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess we'll see how this goes. This is not excessive, by the way. Like,
wow, you made it sound very excessive, Daria.
It's not excessive.
All
it's
right.
just
Well,
like it's a very,
I want you to call back in next month and see what kind of change you made. I'll be answering you.
Okay, deal.
And see what date you went on in the next month. Then I want to hear.
All right.
Appreciate you, Daria. Shout out to Daria, by the way. Daria was cool. All right, y'all. Listen, that's it for me tonight. I'm sorry. I've been on way too long. It's getting way too late, and I got to freak to bed. All right. Appreciate y'all being here, guys. My next stream will be tomorrow night. I'm going to do my last stream of the week. It's tomorrow night. I'm going to do 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to still stick with this time. Back here. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube now so you get my notifications. And they do come in more than TikTok does. So subscribe here. You can see it there. And I'll see you tomorrow, 9:30, call-in show. Remember, guys, these will go on YouTube, and I will put the link to the StreamYard in the description and in the chat. You can see them later. All right. Appreciate y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.